Hello, my name is Andrew Hollonen. I represent Amatrium, and here we have the AmatriumGPT product. The software is built on ChatGPT 4.0, yet we built security around it, and then we're adding other functionality like a chat tool, a summary tool, and even a word-for-word language translator. Today, I'd like to talk about training, and specifically new employee training. So let's say you have a new employee starts at a company like an aluminum extruder. This engineer has product experience, research and development experience, even process engineering experience, but just not in aluminum and not in extrusions. So how does it usually happen? You have to give some training material. Typically, this engineer would spend a lot of time with a senior person. That senior person, of course, they're always pressed for time. They're overworked, and yet they have to spend some time to get the engineer just get the basics. And really getting the basics covered would be much better using a resource like AmatriumGPT, where the engineering library, which is you're seeing from my videos, is being used for a whole lot more than just engineering. It's used for marketing, customer service, a lot of other functions. But that library is also super useful for new employee training. So let's say if you're starting in this job as a aluminum extrusion process engineer, the first thing you may want to learn is about the aluminum alloys. So let's ask this question about describe the 6000 series aluminums that are often used. And here this answer is generated from the library, from the files in the library. We get into 6061, 63, 6005A, the value to the customers, extrudability. And again, we always show that the different resources in the library are available where the engineer can go in, find out what the citation was, read this content in more detail, and then understand if they want to download or print it here. So that might be a question about just overall what materials, but there's also a deeper dive into your product in this space that would be, let's look at those alloys closer. So let's do a deeper dive, provide some specifics on 61 and 6005A. And so here is providing strengths, common applications of each specific alloy. And this is a lot of, again, this information is supported by the citations within this engineering library. So let's go from alloy, let's go to processing. So one of these things we talk about in extrusions are extrudability. So what does that mean? Let's ask a question. What is it and what characteristics have the most effect? Again, you're going to see this answer come out quickly. We're using ChatGPT 4.0, and it's supported by both the base data of 4.0 as well as the library. So you get into extrudability driven by composition, by billet structure, temperature control, mechanical properties, quenching rates, surface finish. So another good answer. Quench is an area that's really pertinent to high quality extrusion. So we can ask a question like, let's investigate that a little further. Describe quenching air and water, how it brings value to customers. Again, we're always focused on you're doing process engineering, but we're developing a product for the customer. And it gets into the details of air and water and mechanical properties and efficiency and so on. There may be, of course, with every process, there's some level of scrap. So we can dig into what are the leading causes of scrap. So I'm going through a variety of questions. And as the engineering lead, you could generate these questions ahead of time. The new employee comes on board, give them access to this tool and have them explore the process and these questions and understand more about the process. And they can get around second base from a baseball analogy perspective in terms of really getting a better understanding of what is their job, what is the product, what is the process. Do as much reading as they want from both the answer that comes out here as well as all the citations within the library. So this question would be, what parameters are defined by customers of aluminum extrusions? So getting back to what are these output metrics that their customers are going to measure them? And even employee growth. So where do you go from here? What resources are available for engineers in extrusion business to grow their skills? So there's also internal resources, but there's outside resources. In this case, you have shows, you got design manuals, you got all kinds of training programs. So think about this tool, AmatriumGPT, which is housing your internal data, used for a variety of purposes. And for the purpose of this video, it's really effective for new employee training. So again, my name is Andrew Hollonen from Amatrium. Please reach out and let's talk about how we can bring this tool to your operations, get your engineers up to speed quickly, and do it with minimal interruption to your business. Thank you so much.